Useful tips for FlexBlock. In this video, we'll look at specific convenient options that you can use to save time and overall convenience when working with FlexBlock. General helpful tips. You can resize an image by holding down the left mouse button on the border of the element. Double-click on the image to open its settings. When you move an element, a dotted line leads from it to the upper left corner of the block, which helps you understand which block the selected element belongs to. After adding elements to the FlexBlock, you need to open the editor for the tablet and mobile versions of the site and arrange the elements there as you need. Below, we will look at additional useful options and life hacks that may be useful when working with FlexBlock. You can use the keyboard to move elements in a FlexBlock. Just select an element and use the arrows on the keyboard. A one-click on the arrow will move the element 1 pixel in the corresponding direction. Moreover, you can move elements in 10-pixel increments by holding down the Shift key. This allows you to quickly and efficiently move elements with 1 pixel precision. Snapping is not carried out when moving elements using the arrows on the keyboard. This is convenient when you need to place an element at a distance of less than 5 pixels from the object to which snapping occurs. Displaying distance between elements in FlexBlock. You can track the distance between absolute elements in a FlexBlock. To do this, select one element and hover the cursor over another, to which you need to see the distance. Distance can be displayed along the X and Y axes, horizontal and vertical respectively. The displaying of the distance between diagonally arranged elements occurs along the X and Y axes to the corner of the required element. It is also possible to see the distance from the edge of one element to another during overlay. In order to see the distance of two elements superimposed on each other, you need to hold down the Alt key for Windows or Option for Mac OS. In addition, you can see the distance from the element to the block boundaries by clicking on the element and holding down the aforementioned key. If you move an element closer than 100 pixels to a block borderline, the distance to it will be displayed automatically. Moving elements in FlexBlock by only one axis, X or Y. Before moving an element with the mouse cursor, you can hold the Shift key down to lock its location along the X or Y axis. While the Shift key is held down, the element will only move along the axis along which you started to move it. You can duplicate elements by holding down the Alt key for Windows or Option for Mac OS. To do this, hold down the corresponding key and start moving the selected element. After performing this action, a copy of an element will be automatically created and you can arrange it anywhere in the block. Managing multiple elements in a FlexBlock at the same time. You can select several elements with your mouse or successively click with a left mouse button on the elements while holding the Shift button. This way, you can move several elements simultaneously, copy and delete them, and align content in a selected group of elements. You can also resize multiple elements at once in a FlexBlock. By selecting a group of elements, you can resize each simultaneously. During the batch image editing, the resizing will occur according to the settings you have set. For example, turning the scale to fit switch on in image settings will change size proportionally, and vice versa if the scale to fit switch is turned off. If you hold the Shift button, the resizing will occur proportionally. You cannot change the height of the text element while editing batch elements.